Phoenix family to One-Footed Phoenix. This week was National Suicide Prevention Week. In light of National Suicide Prevention Week, I'd like to talk about suicide and how it's affected my life. I'd also like to talk about strategies for preventing suicide, as well that you could share with your friends. Much of my life, I've struggled with cycles of deep depression, as well as a condition called PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Even before my accident, or becoming an amputee, I struggled with PTSD. Especially through high school, I'm incredibly grateful for a teacher that was willing to talk about suicide, its impacts on others, and that it's better to talk about feeling suicidal than to keep it all in. More recently, I've had struggles with CRPS, or Complex Regional Pain Syndrome. Complex Regional Pain Syndrome is so painful that it's rated above kidney stones and childbirth, except for the pain of those things goes away, whereas CRPS never really goes away. It's a constant pain. While going through the pain of CRPS, it was really never about wanting to die, but it was about wanting the pain to end. And I felt like I could end the pain if I ended it all. And this is a complete lie. And I want to talk to you guys about why it's a complete lie. Because all it does to commit suicide is to transfer your pain to other people. And when you transfer your pain to other people, it just means that others have to carry that sadness and that weight that you've been carrying. However, in the middle of fighting this condition of CRPS, it's very easy to feel hopeless and alone. And there were many days where I would feel suicidal. However, there's always hope of things getting better when you choose life. About a year and a half ago, I admitted myself to the hospital for feeling suicidal. It turned out to be one of the best decisions that I've made, but I had to make it with help of my family. I had family encouraging me to get help and encouraging me to know where to go get help. And the root cause of feeling suicidal ended up being that I had unprocessed trauma and unprocessed PTSD. I've had many ups and downs since then, but overall I'm doing much better than I was, in the sense that I am finally addressing the trauma, and now that I'm addressing the trauma, those suicidal ideations are getting a lot better than they used to be. Helping others through YouTube is a big reason that I have continued to move forward, and it's something that has propelled me through these difficult times of becoming a new amputee and learning to adapt to it and going through a lot mentally as well. It's been something that propels me forward because I know that I'm making a difference through what I'm doing here on YouTube. And I have members of the Phoenix family contact me all the time telling me that my channel has been a big inspiration for them to keep moving forward, or that my channel has helped them to not give up. Perhaps having a list of reasons for you to live on is something that you can try to help you as well. It's really helped me to find perspective in life and to find reasons to keep going, even if life is not perfect all the time, or even if life is really hard in that moment. It gives me hope that life can get better on the other side, and it gives me hope that there are better days to come. It's a life worth living when others tell me that they're inspired by my story to keep going, and it's a life worth living when people tell me that my channel has literally saved their life. Here are a couple tips for suicide prevention, and these can be applied to the person that is going through depression, but it can also be applied to their loved ones or people that you care about. If you feel like self-harming, it can be a good idea to let someone have your pocket knives or your firearms and keep them safe until you feel safe with yourself. Another tip is to create a safe space where family members or students, in my case, may feel like they can come and talk to you about it when they don't feel like they're themselves, and where they feel like they are welcome to talk about being depressed or maybe even feeling suicidal. Don't be afraid to raise the alarm, and by this I mean that while I was in high school, I had a really good friend who went suicidal, and they told me about it, and then they got really, really mad when I told their parents about it, but that needed to happen in order for that person to be able to get the proper help that they needed, and that needed to happen to keep everyone safe. And so don't be afraid to say something if you know something. If you know something's up with a friend or a family member, don't be afraid to say something. So to quickly wrap things up, you can't get better unless you choose life, and choosing life means that you have an opportunity to get better in the future. There's so much more here on Earth to live for, such as family, friends, to see places, to reach goals. It's okay to talk about feeling void of emotion. It's okay to talk about being sad, depressed, upset, mad, angry, any of those emotions. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to admit that you, my Phoenix family, need help. There's tons of support groups down in the description down below, and there's tons of resources on where you can go to get help. I put these resources in the description of every video, not just this one, so that people like you and myself know where to go to get help. I would love it, my Phoenix family, if you would share this video with a friend or a family member to raise awareness for mental health and for suicide prevention. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. It means a ton to me as the creator that you're spending time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with me. If you would like to see another one-footed Phoenix video, click over here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you, bye!